Once in a quaint little town there lived a man named David, who was known for his kind heart and unwavering dedication to those he loved. His life was simple, filled with the joys of his small family, a loving wife, Sarah, and their 2 children, Emma and Jake. They lived modestly, but their home was rich with laughter and togetherness. One winter evening, tragedy struck. David answered a phone call that would change their lives forever. It was a call from the hospital. Sarah's younger sister, Lily, had been in a terrible car accident. Despite the doctor's best efforts, she didn't survive. The family was devastated. Unable to cope with the loss, Sarah withdrew into herself. The cheerful woman, who had once filled their home with warmth and laughter, was now lost in her grief. David watched as the darkness enveloped Sarah. The children, feeling the weight of their mother's sorrow, became withdrawn themselves. David felt helpless. He wanted nothing more than to bring his family back together, to mend their broken hearts. But he knew that he couldn't do it alone. He needed to be their rock. Days turned into weeks, and the holidays approached. David knew that this season, usually filled with joy, would be different. He decided he would do something special to try and lift their spirits. He wanted to honor Lily's memory while also bringing his family back to the light. With the children's help, he began to prepare a surprise Christmas celebration. They gathered decorations, baked cookies, and made cards in memory of Lily. David shared stories of Lily's laughter, her adventurous spirit, and the joy she brought to their lives. Emma and Jake listened intently, their innocence allowing them to empathize and remember their aunt with fondness rather than just sadness. On Christmas Eve, with decorations hung and the scent of fresh cookies wafting through the air, David called his family together. He took Sarah's hands in his and looked deep into her eyes. "I know this year has been unimaginably hard, and it's okay to feel the weight of our loss. But I want us to remember Lily, not just with tears, but with love. She would want us to be happy. Let's celebrate her life together." Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she nodded. In that moment, she felt a flicker of hope. David embraced her tightly, and together they held their children close. They gathered around the Christmas tree, lit with twinkling lights, and shared stories about their favorite memories with Lily. The warmth of their shared love began to seep into the cracks of their hearts. As they exchanged heartfelt gifts, laughter started to fill the room once more. David watched as Sarah smiled for the first time in what felt like forever. He felt a weight lifting, not only from his shoulders but from the entire family. They honored Lily's spirit by remembering all the joy she brought into their lives. In the days that followed, the family found ways to keep Lily's memory alive. They planted a tree in their backyard, each of them contributing a written note to be buried at its roots, filled with memories and messages of love. As the tree grew, so did their bond, fortified by their shared experiences of loss and healing. Years passed, and while the grief never fully disappeared, the love they had for Lily transformed it into something beautiful. Every holiday season, they would gather around the tree, sharing stories and memories as they decorated it, a testimony to their enduring love for one another. David learned that sometimes love means saving each other from sorrow, and that healing takes time. But in coming together and sharing both their pain and their joy, they built a resilient family that could weather any storm. Ultimately, the man who once felt lost found purpose in being the heart of his family, proving that love, even in its most fragile form, has the power to illuminate the darkest of nights. And in the end, it was this love, fierce and unwavering, that saved them all.